Akash Network. So Akash Network is trying to shift the cloud computing world. And as a deep in project, this is one with massive upside potential. In terms of price, I definitely think this is one that can do quite well. In fact, I think new all-time high is a really fair target, given the huge deep in narrative that I expect we're going to experience throughout this year. And I'll talk about all of that. Before I get into it though, guys, if you're new here and you don't know what the spreadsheet is, these are the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. When I did the videos, I showed myself buying up all of these coins. And if you'd have done the same, let's say you'd have popped $100 into each of them when I released the videos, sat on them for about a year and a half, actually 16 months, and then sold them, your total profit in that time would have been over 123 grand. To put that into context, you could have got a house in under a year and a half. Now, you don't have as long anymore. We're already in a bull cycle, so you've really got about a month to sort your portfolio out. And if your portfolio is rubbish, non-existent, you're going to miss out on a ton of profits. If you head over to copymycrypto.com and have a look at the site, what you'll see on there are the profits that the members have made. This is all public record. You can verify it. Copymycrypto.com is the site I run where I share my portfolio with my members. And whenever I add to my portfolio with new coins, I tell my members what coin the coin is that I'm going to add and the price I'm going to add it at. I do the same when I sell. This means my members get in and out of cryptos at the same price. So they have absolutely no work to do at all, and they make the exact same profit. And like I said, time is of the essence right now. We're in a bull cycle. Altcoin season hasn't really kicked off yet. So if you don't get this sorted and the markets start ripping, you're going to miss out on an absolute fortune. So if you haven't, go to copymycrypto.com now. Just pause this video, just read through the whole site and see what it's about, and maybe try the service out, guys. Now, Akash Network. Akash Network's been around for a while. Launched in 2021, or 2020 actually. And it did pretty well in the previous bull cycle. It went to as high as $8. Now, you'll notice this past year, like within the last few months, this Akash got all the way back up to $6, which is pretty good. When it was at points, it was at 24 cents or so. And part of that is due to the narrative that we're currently in, which is the deep in narrative. This is the true functional use cases of crypto. Because let's be honest, man, we all get swept up in crypto. We all get excited about a new project that could be different. But crypto projects that have actual functionality, have real world use cases for businesses, for people, they're the ones that have true potential, because they're the ones that could change the landscape of the sector space that they're in. Akash is a super cloud, so they're trying to cause a paradigm shift in cloud computing, disrupting the conventional cloud services, and they're pioneering a revolution in access to essential cloud resources. By using blockchain tech, Akash has developed an open source decentralized marketplace for cloud computing, offering incredible speed, efficiency, and it's properly affordable. And one thing to remember, like when you're comparing some of the decentralized deep in options, whether it's like a storage, a Siacoin, a Filecoin, or an Akash, they are so much cheaper than the mainstream companies that run cloud services, whether it's your Googles or your Amazon or whatever. So the network of Akash is powered by its native token, which is AKT. Don't know why I struggled with 3 letters there. And one of the key features of the Akash network is its support for infrastructure as code. This basically allows users to automate the deployment and management of infrastructure just using code. This combined with the integration of Kubernetes, which is a popular open source system for automating deployment, scaling, and management of apps, makes Akash Network a powerful tool for developers. It's also community driven, so there's a range of different development tools, resources to support users and developers. And when you jump onto the site, as you'll be able to see, the world's premier decentralized compute marketplace. So you can explore the network and pricing. So we'll have a look at the pricing. Obviously, if you provide compute, you can earn through Akash. Then there's a nice side income from being from basically offering your hardware for the network. And in terms of pricing, so as we can see, you can calculate your ideal price on Akash. So say you have you need one CPU, you need a gigabyte of memory, a gigabyte of storage, and let's say the GPU model specifically. Let's go with right. So I mean, you can see the pricing here, average per hour. So let's go with P100. So cost would be $5.83 a month compared to Amazon Web Services of $32, Azure of nearly $40. And again, you can just keep playing around. You can change the model. Obviously, that changes the prices and stuff. But yeah, average it would be £1.50 or $1.57 per hour. And again, like in terms of affordability, way better than what you're going to get on the big boys, the Azures, the Amazon Web Services, etc. And in terms of getting the ball up and rolling, if you are an individual that needs more compute, or whether you are simply someone that wants to give it away, you can literally go onto Akash, click deploy now, and it will start running through exactly how you would deploy the app. So this is where we can go to the Akash Network. You can do price compares. You can do stats, although that's just taking me back to exactly where it was. If you're coming from CloudMos, if you have an existing data on CloudMos, you can import it. They've made it really bloody simple to try and make this easy for everyone to just get up and running. Statistics are definitely worth a look, because how many people are really using it? That matters. If people aren't using it, then, what the upside potential is probably not great. Network summary is pretty good. They've made 1.4K in the last 24 hours, or that's what's been spent in the last 24 hours. Total spent in US in the dollar form has been over $500,000. Although we want to take a look at that, because let's get time frames since they've been up and running. So let's go all time. Yep, so that's since March of 2021. Now, as you can see, spending really kicked off in October. I mean, that is a proper parabolic rise. That's a signal people are massively using it out of nowhere. In fact, if you want a chart that shows you how much something has picked up in terms of usage, there is no better chart than that. That shows you that Akash has become a big boy in a really short space of time. Literally in the space of 6 months, it has gone parabolic in terms of usage. Resources that are leased is massive. Storage out there right now that's is over 29 terabytes, which is pretty good. Network capacity as of right now, 55 active providers. Spent assets has been in the last 24 hours, or total spent assets of all time, over 317,000 Akash tokens. Pretty damn good, right? And in terms of transactions, they've run through about 13 million transactions now. So they've actually built this to a real big beast. But really, the last 6 months, this has absolutely exploded. And really, what's happened? It's coincided with the deepen narrative just going wild. I've been to a bunch of conferences, and there are three things that are talked about massively at the moment. The obvious is AI. That's a given. AI is always going to be a big talking point since ChatGPT. But the other two areas where venture capital groups and future sort of crypto companies are focused is real-world assets, and decentralized physical infrastructure networks. Whether that is something that stays stationary or something that is not in a fixed location. Akash is clearly, a really strong, deep in project. I think new all-time high is very, very, very likely actually for Akash. I think they've already got this up and running so well. The usage has gone through the roof. They also have, fans of this project. I'm pretty sure there are some big YouTubers out there that have spoken in glowing terms about Akash. And when they do that again, which I'm sure they will, there might be holders or whatever, that's going to bring a retail surge in Akash, which can cause the price to pump. Upside potential here is pretty good. Obviously, there's because it's got such a high market cap, it might not necessarily go to crazy new highs, but I think this can run to $10 pretty well. Especially if we get an enormous deep in narrative that just takes the hell over. Because if that happens, there's going to be a number of different crypto projects that end up, exploding. But Akash, with the net growth that they've had since October, this is one that's ready to hit a new all-time high. And it's probably a very, very good bet. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. What do you think of the graph, the revenue graph? Because that's a real clear example of how something has improved as a product over the past sort of 8-9 months. Let me know about that in the comments down below. And guys, if you want to make the same profits as me in this bull cycle, you can do. All you have to do is join up at copymycrypto.com. That's the site I run where I share my entire portfolio with my members. Whenever I add to my portfolio with a new coin, I tell my members what coin I'm going to add and at what price. Whenever I sell, I tell my members what coin I'm selling and at what price. So there is no work for my members at all. They make the exact same profit as me. And if you go onto the site, you will see the profits my members have made. That's all public record. And this year is going to be no different. We're in a bull cycle right now. The altcoin season hasn't really ripped yet. And when it does, it's going to move fast. And if your portfolio is non-existent, you're going to have missed out on a ton of money. So do something about your portfolio before it's too late and you're watching the market pass you by. Go to copymycrypto.com, read through the whole site, verify everything that you see, and try out the service, because no doubt it will be able to help you out, guys. And that's it from me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.